People associate, Havana with Cuba. Passengers have been pleasantly surprised by how much they love and enjoy Cienfuegos and Santiago. I think in many ways that was just like gravy. Like the trip was about being able to go to Cuba and go to Havana. And people have been pleasantly surprised, and in some cases I've heard people say that they actually liked it more. There are a lot less visitors. There's something very authentic, very genuine, because they haven't been jaded by, having so many visitors.
Roughly 150 miles from Havana on Cuba's southern coast, you'll find Cienfuegos, one of 3 main ports of call for several lines currently cruising to Cuba. Known as the Pearl of the South, Cienfuegos was built by French immigrants on a Spanish settlement. It's smaller and quieter than its neighbor to the north, but there is still plenty to see. Stately mansions and palaces, Parisian-inspired architecture, and a gorgeous neoclassical theater.
In Cienfuegos, the theater is amazing. We have a rotating group of choirs or choruses. They're wonderful performance, but the theater itself is amazing. When you think that the theater was built in the 1880s, the theater is all mahogany, and underneath the stage, there's tanks of water.
Those tanks give the theater its top-notch acoustics and have helped to draw big names like the Cuban National Opera and Ballet and the New Orleans Preservation Hall Jazz Band to its stage.
One thing that I've enjoyed is in Cienfuegos is actually from the passenger standpoint, when they come back to the ship, everybody has one issue, which is we're not here long enough. They love it.
East of Cienfuegos, along Cuba's more mountainous southeastern coast, you'll find Santiago de Cuba. Standing guard at its harbor entrance is El Morro, a massive 17th century fortress and a prime example of Spanish-American military architecture. Santiago is known as the birthplace of Ron, Son, and La Revolucion. Ron is the Spanish word for rum, Cuba's national spirit. Son, a precursor to salsa. And La Revolucion, well, the city is filled with Revolution-era sites and monuments. But what really set Santiago apart is its people.
If you thought the people in Havana were warm and friendly, Santiago is more so. My father was born in Santiago, and I asked my father, I said, they were just so incredible. He said, oh yes, that's what people in Santiago are known for. I think it must be the equivalent for us, say, like Southern hospitality, and you feel it in Santiago.